Hey, what's up guys, LeprechaunRC here, and I'm doing a review of my RC18T2. It's the Brushless Edition. First off, I'm going to say, if you're thinking about buying this car, think about buying another radio right away, because this radio is a complete and utter piece of junk. I mean, the steering is horrible on it. Yeah, you have the direct rate and stuff, all of that for steering, another button. I mean, yeah, it looks nice, but it literally is 100% piece of junk. It'll get stuck in certain positions, like if you're in reverse and you don't pull back all the way, it'll stay in reverse. It's impossible to get a good jump with this radio because you can't control the car in the air. So the radio is 100% a piece of junk. So unless you can afford a new radio when you buy this car, don't buy this car. Another thing with the car, like I said, the steering. The steering seems to be not too great on this car. But I don't know if it's because of the radio or the car itself. I'm not totally sure yet. So, yeah, that's definitely a negative. Another negative, the tires kind of suck. So I got these tires. They're from a Radio Shack version of a car, and they mimic Dirt Hogs. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but they're kind of like the Pro-Gun Dirt Hogs. They're kind of like a spin-off of them. And I haven't tried them yet, but we'll see how they are. So they're alright. When I first got the car, the slipper on it was really loose. I mean, the car would barely move when you went full throttle, so I had to tighten the slipper down quite a bit. One thing that other people said in the reviews is they've had problems with the belt stripping and stuff. And they could see the the rubber coming off in here, and once again I haven't had that problem. The gears weren't tight at all. I mean, the car rolls perfectly fine. Other people said they had problems with that. That's another issue I have not had. The battery tray is kind of nice. You don't have to use pins or anything. Just opens and closes. So that's a plus about the car. Now, when I go to put another radio in here, since I have Futaba, I don't know if I can get micro servos. So, and there's not much room in this car to put another servo anywhere. So, that's another thing I'm gonna have to look at whether I'm gonna keep this car or not. I'm probably not gonna keep the car. I wasn't really impressed with it. I'm gonna try it with the new tires and maybe put a new radio to it. I'm not sure. But yeah. So I can't really say anything about the ESC because, like I said, I think this might stop the car from being a good car. I don't know. It has the 5,000 kV Reedy brushless motor in it. Of course, brushless CSC, Lipo cutoff, all that stuff. It's got a small lay-down servo. The servo works pretty good. It's pretty responsive and everything. The servo's actually really responsive, but like I said, I don't know if it's a steering this issue or this issue. If the steering wasn't that bad, I would say the car is pretty decent, but I don't know, I'm trying to find a Mini I like, and it seems like it's getting really hard to do. I might try the X-Ray M18MT, or I might try the Losi Mini LST2, because I do have a Mamba Micro Pro that I could stick in that. So I might try that. Let's see. Everything else on the car is pretty good. It's pretty durable. I've taken it off some jumps, and haven't had a broken part. The shocks. There's one issue with the shocks. I'm going to show you guys. If you take... Oh, I don't know if I can get it off right now. But anyway, unless you have the shocks completely... Unless you put every shock spacer you can in here, like I did, the shocks would come off the bottom cap. But anyway, the shocks would come off the bottom cap down in here. And unless there's a lot of compression on the top part, they just kind of float around like so. So that was another issue I had with the car, and I was kind of unimpressed with that right off the bat. But like I said, it's something that was fixable. So, and with all the shock spacers on here, it doesn't come out very easy. So I probably would have put them on anyway. Other than that, guys, the car it's okay. Would I buy it again if I had the money to do it again? I don't know. That's a tough question. I'd buy it again if it came with a different radio, or if I knew if there's a servo out there I could stick in here. Yeah, I'd buy it again. I mean, it's a fun little car. If you guys are considering a Mini, I would recommend this over like the Mini T, the Low C Desert Buggy. I'd recommend this over all the other ones. But there's a lot of other negative reviews out there on this, and I don't know. Maybe Low C have fixed the belt issue, or I don't know about that, but I haven't had any problems with that, so I can recommend it that way. The drivetrain seems alright. Well, it doesn't really have a drivetrain. It's belt driven, so but the belt driven version seems to be alright. The old RC18T2 was shaft driven, and I knew they had problems with diffs and stuff like that. I haven't had any problems with diffs or anything stripping out, nothing breaking. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's the RC18T2. It does come with the NIMH battery, but honestly, who runs an NIMH battery? I know a lot of people do. I run them in some of my cars, but I want the Venom 3S Lipo. It's 11.1 volt, 1300 mAh, and the car is fast. For a Mini, I was really surprised how fast this car is, and it will handle the 3S. So if you want a fast Mini, something just to mess around on the street, it's a pretty cool car. It's not good for off-road or anything like that, so don't expect to be going off-road. Maybe in short grass or really hard compact dirt, it'd be okay for that. But other than that, guys, the RC18-2 overall, it's an okay car. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I probably would. And, you know, I would think about buying it again, maybe. If it had a different radio and it was more responsive with steering and stuff, I'd buy it again in a heartbeat, because it is a cool little car. But anyway, guys, that's the RC18T review, RC18T2 review, and yeah. So, LeprechaunRC saying, peace.